Welcome, travelers. This is the Baseball Time Machine. Today, I'd like to bring you something we call a stationary journey. History has been made in the present day, so it's time for us to take a look at it. On October 4th, at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas, Aaron Judge took a 1-1 slider from Jesus Tinoco into the left field seats for his 62nd home run of the season. This broke the American League and Yankees single-season home run records set all the way back in 1961 by Roger Maris. But Aaron Judge did a lot more in 2022 than set a home run record. He taught everyone a lesson. How so? Let's step into the portal and find out. With every epic moment, there's a series of events that leads up to it. For Judge's 62 home run season, it all started in the 2021 offseason with a single sentence. Judge, being the humble man that he is, was more focused on getting ready for the 2022 season than talking money. Footage of Aaron taking batting practice surfaced online, and whether jokingly or not, he said to someone off camera,
"Chris, I'm hitting 50 again this year."
This was nowhere near a promise, but it was foreshadowing. Shall we continue? The MLB lockout delayed the start of the 2022 baseball season. Aaron Judge reported to Yankees camp in Tampa, but still no word of an extension offer for the Bronx's biggest bomber. Aaron continued to downplay everything, still focused on the season ahead. He also made it clear that once the season starts, he will no longer negotiate an extension with the Yankees front office. At the deadline Judge set, right before opening day, the Yankees offered him a 7-year, $213.5 million extension, which comes out to $30.5 million annually. Judge rejected this. Many believe he's deserving of something closer to $300 million. Either way, Judge now had something to prove. He had to prove not only to the Yankees, but any other doubters that he was worth more than that hefty extension offer. What comes next is something truly special. Something only few have done in Major League Baseball's near 150-year history. All rise for one of the greatest seasons you'll ever see. Aaron Judge did everything. He hit for both contact and power. He played stellar defense in both center and right field. He even stole a few bases along the way. He led MLB in almost every offensive category. Runs scored, homers, RBI, extra base hits, on-base percentage, slugging, OPS, it goes on and on. He only finished 5,000th of a batting average point away from winning the first Triple Crown since 2012. Of course, the biggest takeaway from Aaron Judge's 2022 season is the 62 home runs he slugged. This was the first time since 2001 that someone hit 60-plus home runs in a season. Back in 2001, it was Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa who reached that historic plateau. It's key to note that Judge is technically the first hitter not influenced by performance-enhancing drugs to hit more than 61 home runs in a season. This doesn't change the record books, but the cleanliness of a record means everything to some people. No matter what, Aaron is now one of only 6 players in MLB history to hit 60 or more home runs. He finished the season with 16 more dingers than Philadelphia's Kyle Schwarber. This is the largest margin between first and second since Jimmy Foxx's 17 home run margin over Babe Ruth all the way back in 1932. Aaron is the first player since Barry Bonds in 2004 to post an OPS plus of over 200 in a full season. Barry's 04 is known as one of the most statistically insane seasons ever in baseball, so that's special company for Judge to be a part of. In Judge's first season playing center field, he set the single-season record for home runs at that position. When you think of the center field position, plenty of legends come to mind. None of them hit more home runs in a single season than Aaron Judge did in 2022. He also shut down several narratives. Judge played 157 games in 2022 and had well over 600 plate appearances for the second straight season. At this point, the injury-prone narrative is dead. Outside of a trip to the COVID IL in 2021, Judge hasn't missed more than a few games in over 2 seasons now. He also tackled the Little League ballpark narrative. In 2022, Yankee Stadium ranked 20th in park factor, with first being the most hitter-friendly and 30th being the most pitcher-friendly. On top of that, Aaron went yard 30 times at home and 32 times on the road. In no way did playing in a, quote, Little League ballpark excessively pad his home run totals. The shortest homer he hit came at Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago and went 355 feet. He wasn't exactly porching his home runs. He hit with pure, raw power, narrative eliminated. Aaron Judge was the New York Yankees in 2022. He posted a 10.6 WAR, making him only the 3rd active player to accumulate 10-plus WAR in a single season. No other player in pinstripes put up a higher WAR than 4.2. He came through on several big occasions throughout the season. On May 10th, trailing by 2 in the 9th, Judge hit the first walk-off home run of his career, a 3-run big fly to send the Yankee Stadium crowd home happy. On June 26th, he hit a walk-off 3-run homer to defeat the rival Astros. It was the second time in 3 games that Judge drove in the game-winning run against Houston. July 28th brought about a pitcher's duel in the Bronx. Scoreless going into the bottom of the 9th, Aaron Judge drilled a fastball to dead center for only the Yanks' second hit of the day, a walk-off solo shot. The very next day, Judge put the team on his back in an 11-5 victory over the Royals. In the first inning, Judge showed off his defense, robbing M.J. Melendez of a home run. In the third, he hit a 2-run blast of his own, and in the 8th inning, he iced the game with a mammoth grand slam. Home run number 60 came in one of the biggest spots of the year. Down 4 runs to the Pirates heading into the bottom of the ninth, Judge sparked a rally by going deep to left field to make it a 3-run game. His Yankee teammates followed with a double, walk, and single before Giancarlo Stanton sent the Bronx Zoo into a frenzy with a walk-off grand slam to come back and win 9-8. Currently, the Yankees are 27-2 when Judge and Stanton both go yard in the same game. Overall in 2022, Judge slugged 3 walk-off jacks, 6 game-tying bombs, and 19 go-ahead round trippers, including homers 61 and 62. New York went on a cold streak from July into September, one that saw their AL East lead shrink from 15.5 to 3.5 games. During that time period, in which the Bronx Bombers went a disappointing 23-32, Judge remained the shining star, hitting .330 with 55 RBI during the 55-game stretch. If not for Aaron's consistency throughout the regular season, who knows if the Yankees win the AL East or even make the playoffs. The Yankees went 96-57 when Judge started, and only 3-6 when he didn't. It's necessary to discuss New York's 2022 postseason. The team struggled, Judge included. Although they defeated the Guardians in 5 games to advance to ALCS, they were promptly dominated by the Astros, getting swept in 4 games. In the 9-game postseason, Judge only hit .139 with a .306 on-base percentage, .158 BABIP, and 15 strikeouts. 2 of his 5 hits were homers, but it definitely wasn't enough. Judge had carried the team all year, and when he finally showed weakness, the team folded. The Yankees as a whole only hit .162 in the ALCS. The pitching is really what kept them afloat. He may have come up short when it mattered most, but as mentioned, who knows if the Yankees even get there without Aaron carrying them through the regular season. To say the least, Aaron Judge had a legendary year. Most people living in the present day have seen very few seasons as all-around dominant as this one. There's been some debate as to who the AL MVP should be. Those who don't find Judge most valuable mainly side with the Angels' two-way phenom Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani had a fantastic 2022 both on the mound and at the plate, and it's certainly worth honoring. However, the award goes to the most valuable player. Judge led MLB in WAR with 10.6. Second was Ohtani, a full point behind the Judge. If Ohtani can't match Judge's WAR while pitching and hitting, who's to say that he provided the most value? Yes, Judge is on a much better team, but MLB's MVP awards have nothing to do with the quality of the ball club. When filling out your mock ballot, consider Aaron Judge your American League MVP. A season of legendary proportions deserves the player's highest honor. The biggest question in baseball now is, what's next for Aaron Judge? He's 30 years old and officially a free agent for the first time in his career. Although he's made it clear on several occasions that he'd love to stay in pinstripes, he knows that anything can happen in free agency. If the Yankees don't make a proper offer, there are several teams chomping at the bit to put a bat like Aaron's in their lineup. Projections have Judge's new deal sitting around 8 to 9 years and $320 million. A contract like this would take Aaron through his age 38 or 39 seasons. There's some risk in giving such a lucrative and lengthy contract to a 30-year-old. Albert Pujols signed a 10-year, $240 million contract with the Angels when he was 32, and it didn't really work out. Pujols just never had the same production in Anaheim as he did in St. Louis. Whether that was due to the environment or otherwise, it's hard to avoid the fact that age could have definitely been a factor. Even Judge's teammate Giancarlo Stanton, who signed a 13-year, $325 million deal back when he was 24 with the Marlins, hasn't been the same player since the Yankees traded for him in 2018. He's been good, but not as special as he was down in Miami. The point is that between age, environment, and overall ability, it's hard to make near decade-long contracts worth it. But the relationship between Aaron Judge and Yankee fans and players goes beyond money. For the first time since 2014, the Yankees are ready for a new captain. Players and fans alike agree that there's no one better to become the 16th captain in franchise history. Aaron Judge has the leadership, ability, humility, and marketability to lead America's most successful franchise. Several of Judge's teammates have been outspoken about not only Judge assuming captaincy, but about him getting the money he deserves. Nasty Nestor Cortez believes that if Judge resigns in the Bronx, he should become the team's captain. Yanks first baseman Anthony Rizzo has a decision of his own to make as he faces a player option for the 2023 season, but made sure to share his beliefs that Aaron has earned the right to be baseball's highest paid player. Many have expressed that they'd be surprised if he didn't return, but if Hal Steinbrenner and Brian Cashman don't find a number that makes their superstar happy, anything can happen. There's no doubt that Aaron Judge loves the New York Yankees. On several occasions, he's made it clear that his goal is to return to the Bronx come opening day 2023. Without cooperation from ownership and the front office, there's a chance that the Yankee for life dream fails to become a reality. Let's go back to where we started our journey. October 4th, Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Top of the first, Aaron Judge at the plate. A 1-1 mistake from Jesus Tinoco cements Aaron Judge as the baseball's most valuable player and sets him up for a Scrooge McDuck level payday. Where will he set up his money bin? That remains to be seen. But what's clear is that Aaron Judge now has a significant place in baseball history and will forever be known as one of the game's mightiest sluggers. Aaron Judge did hit 50 again, and then some. He bet on himself and won. This has been the Baseball Time Machine. Thanks for traveling with us.